Welcome back to another episode of the Burning Ship podcast, where a group of friends gather to talk about the latest in nerd culture. I'm Frankie.
My name is Jason.
Here's Ivan.
And I'm Jeebus.
And this week we'll be talking about the recent PlayStation 5 news, the PlayStation cross-platform news, the Blizzard Pro player ban because of recent Hong Kong statements, and quick statements on the Pokemon Ponyta and Rick and Morty Season 4. But before we start, don't forget to subscribe or follow us wherever podcasts can be found. So guys, how have you been?
Been doing well. How about you?
Nice. I've been doing pretty swell. You know, I have a couple of days off of my other recording job. But so I've just been chilling.
I mean, I didn't do much this weekend, I'll be honest with you. But
What do you mean?
me and Jesus went to go see Joker. Movie review coming out for that soon, by the way. Definitely enjoyed it. No spoilers here, obviously. My rating on it was definitely somewhere between 8.5 to a 9 out of 10. Great movie.
Dude, I'd give it a 9 out of 10. It was a really good movie.
Oh, so you want to go see it too, huh?
Yeah, I also went to go see it.
Wow. Without us?
Without us.
I'm sorry, Ireland doesn't have quick time travel and teleportation between Antarctica, so I can have you guys come over here.
Right.
Uh-huh. Likely excuse. Can I call somebody out real quick?
Sure.
I feel like I'm doing that all the time. So I bought 2 tickets to go see Joker. There's another unnamed soul that might or might not be in the podcast that decided not to show up with us.
Hi.
And I was very upset because literally we were getting ready to go, or I was getting ready to go, and I'm like, hey, my guy, I know you were taking a nap. It's time to go to the movie. And he's like, yeah, just find somebody else to go with. And I was like, I have to be there in like 20 minutes, and the movie theater is 20 minutes away.
You worded that like you paid for both those tickets.
That's fair. I didn't.
Yeah.
But
I paid for my own ticket, and
you let it go to waste. Kind of.
no, we had our trusty third member there.
Our boy Lewis took your seat.
Yeah, it's all good.
I thought Lewis had his own.
He bought his own
did.
ticket, but the seat was free, so
Might as well take
Lewis
it, right?
just went
Say
to
we
the
were
free
friends.
yeah. It was a good movie though. You should
Yeah.
still watch it, Ivan.
Yeah.
I will eventually. I'll probably watch it with Ali when it comes around. I may not be part of the movie review though. I don't care if it's spoiled for me. I'll be honest with you. I mean, I'm excited to see it, especially hearing some reviews from it. I heard though after it came out that it got critics gave it a worse rating afterwards.
Really?
Right? I'm asking.
I think so. From what I read, it was that critics were either like iffy on it or just thought there was no point to the movie whatsoever, and so they didn't like it. Whereas the fans were all like, "This is such a great movie, it's great quote unquote story for the Joker." But
Well, it's an alternate
we'll save that
universe, right?
We'll save that for another thing. No, there's so much to unpack with this fucking movie.
So good.
It is very good.
Well, I'm not gonna let you guys overhype it for me. So,
It's like the best movie you will ever see ever.
well,
It's
it's over. I'm just gonna hate it now. I can't beat the Iron Giant. I'm just telling you this
Oh
straight
shit!
What?
Uh,
It's like by the same director.
up.
Yeah, it is by the same director.
It's not.
I know.
What are you talking about? Vin Diesel's there somewhere.
Fake news.
He's the car.
He's a
Oh
car.
god.
Anyways.
Yo, actually, there's something Vin Diesel is starting in recently that I was like, why the fuck is he even playing in that movie?
I thought you were gonna talk about like D&D campaign.
Oh, that too. I
Wait,
watched him play D&D. Is
Wait, Vin Diesel was playing D&D?
he's a
He's an avid
fucking
D&D guy.
legend.
That's actually... I don't know. I
That's like
wouldn't
one of the
expect
main
him.
facts you know about Vin Diesel.
Yeah.
That's one
I
fact
saw Terry
didn't-
Crews play D&D on Critical Role. That was pretty cool.
Very nice.
I went to get a Switch Lite with my free time, so I'm playing with that.
Oh. What thoughts on it? Quick thoughts?
Quick thoughts? I like it. It's not bad. It's a lot of people are giving it a bad rap, and for what it is, it's pretty good. I will say though that I will reserve my opinion after I mess around with it a bit more, because apparently it still has the same patent as the original Joy-Cons, which, as we know, has the problem with Joy-Con drift. So we'll see how that goes.
Oh, that would be so horrible.
Did you get a warranty with yours?
I did not. No, I got
one thing you should have.
I got the screen protector instead, and I didn't know how to put it on, so I broke it.
Wow.
That is. You know what's worse? He picked out the wrong one the first time.
No, that wasn't me. That was my boss.
Oh, I'm sorry. Your boss picked out the wrong one the first time. And so he came with it. He was like, it's the wrong one. He changed it out, and then he broke the one he changed it out for.
I mean,
so don't blame it on me.
You also do have a 1-year limited warranty with Nintendo itself, so.
I mean,
so just in case you get the Joy-Con drifts, you'd be
to be fair, if it goes under the class action lawsuit, I don't think it matters. They'll just fix it for me, because when the Joy-Con patents, so the Joy-Con, if it suffers from drift, you can go to Nintendo and you fix them for you for free.
Yeah, but how long is that going to take before they ship them back?
Good point.
Yeah,
but hey, it's free-ish. I'm pretty sure you got to pay shipping.
Yeah.
But I mean, what can you do, really? But again, I'll just reserve my judgment until that happens.
You could have bought a warranty. That's what you could have done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, shut up. Like, here's my stance on that, right? It'd be for a year. I've had my Nintendo, my actual Switch, I've had that over for 2 years, and that hasn't drifted at all.
It drifted into someone else's hands.
Yeah, now it's mine, boy!
You're welcome. So I gave that to my brother, and
in exchange,
in exchange to trade the PS4 for the Switch Lite. But we have used that for Smash. We have used that for Mario Kart. Well, I think Mario Party, and just a bunch of other shit, and nothing. They still work perfectly fine. So, like I said, I'll reserve my judgment into it. Honestly, I just think drift is the main problem when people just like. I don't want to say that because obviously with wear and tear, I'm sure it'll take a while. But like, I'm sure people who are suffering with like the Switch Lite now are probably just abusing the shit out of it. And it's like, oh, those that suffer from drift and they're just moving the joysticks back and forth. It's like,
I mean, I think 2 of my Joy-Cons are suffering from drift because whenever me and my friends had like a LAN party and we played Mario Kart, one of them brought up the issues like, hey, like my cart keeps on drifting even though I'm not like moving
it seems like he was just making excuses.
So yeah, it's hopefully they do something about it.
I mean, we'll see. I wouldn't be surprised if they did. It's just I hope that with the allegedly new version of the Switch coming out next holiday season, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
They fix that issue. Because it would be so nice.
Speaking about systems coming out next holiday, the PlayStation 5 was also announced to be coming out holiday 2020. And if I remember correctly, the upcoming Xbox also it's coming out holiday 2020, right?
So yeah, PlayStation or Xbox, Microsoft, they announced it first, and then Sony hadn't announced their release window, but we could all have assumed that it'd drop around the same time.
I'm pretty sure they announced this like back when they announced the specs. They said holiday 2020.
Can you find an article that links to that?
That's what I thought as well.
I'm sure we covered it.
Yeah.
I thought we covered it for Xbox, but I didn't think PS4 had anything on it.
No, because I don't think PS5 announced anything yet.
Well, I think this is just more a concrete answer, and in that interview, it's like we all assumed, it's like, oh, don't be surprised if it drops, around the same time holiday.
So yeah, on the Project Scarlet website itself, it says holiday 2020.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, again, that was known since E3.
No,
the one we weren't sure about was just PlayStation and what they wanted to do, but now we know.
I was just saying because you said, where's the article?
Let's talk about for Sony.
Oh, for Sony. Okay.
So I'm saying when we initially covered Project Scarlet, I don't think any information had came out on PS5.
Mhm.
Well, I'm sure like just like the base things that we knew about it. Again, we
Even now, do we know the official specs?
So
So
this was the article that we used for the video that we covered, which we talked about the PS5.
Being in development, but we didn't talk about specs nor release date.
No, we talked about specs.
Did it have official specs already?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh, because
Remember,
it
it had the Navi chip for the AMD stuff. For its
Oh, yeah,
graphics.
yeah.
Mhm.
oh yeah,
And then it's
okay.
also running on a Zen 2.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, now I remember. So
And also, were you gonna go ahead?
I was gonna say, with the recent article that on about the PlayStation 5, they just show off, like, tell us about, like, oh, it's coming holiday 2020, and I think a little bit of the the new controller coming up. But did they like say anything else about it?
Well, actually, this came out of the patent that supposedly is the outline for what the PS5 is going to be.
No way.
That is the official patent that got shipped out, and it looks ridiculous.
I'm assuming this is just one of many.
I mean, I see it being a V shape, which would be the Roman numeral for 5.
No, it's just like
They would do that.
I'm just
Yeah,
this
they
is one of two things, my guys. This is either a tech demo showcase. So like when they have it at trade shows and whatnot, they have this instead of the actual console. Or this is just like one of like many patents they secure just in case they need to go back on a design or just to ensure a copyright or something like that.
Oh, okay. From what I'm reading, it's the patent for the dev kits.
Oh, dev kit.
Yeah, so dev kits are always different from the actual finished product.
But the dev kit looks interesting.
So I think
weird.
the Xbox dev kit was an actual X or something like that. Or I think that was also just the showcase demo.
I don't know if that would be a weird system. Definitely,
I wouldn't want it for sure.
I wouldn't want it if it looked like that.
Dude,
for
it
real.
looks like a Pelican's brief. It looks like a Pelican case.
No, what it really looks like is like an old DVD player.
Well, someone cut it in it.
Anyway.
Oh yeah. So the showcase they were showing it running load times with Spider-Man, and it just like destroyed the PS4 Pro.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing that. Presentation was nice. Like the load up time was like nothing.
Again, it's just with that it just brings to questions like the price point of everything.
I heard rumors that it was supposedly gonna be around the 600 range. If I remember correctly.
Well, see, they tried doing 600 before with the PlayStation 3, and that destroyed them.
Yeah, that literally stopped them from winning against Xbox during that time.
The funny thing is that
Didn't we talk about this? That they still had more sales than Xbox?
Oh, over its lifetime, yes. But at launch, it didn't.
Well, the funny thing is it had a different niche market at launch. It used to be the cheapest Blu-ray player.
Oh yeah, that was true.
Around that time, it was about 2007 or so, or no, earlier. It's like 2000. I want to say 2006 or so.
I mean, even till this day, like, people get PlayStation 3s for Blu-ray players specifically.
No.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember when.
If anything, they would get the Xbox One S because that one has a 4K player and it's way cheaper.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm thinking about going to, an old business place and picking up a Blu-ray player myself because I don't have the PS4 anymore. Unfortunately.
Where are you getting this money from?
He's gonna
on the
borrow it from
15th.
you.
So in 5 days I get paid, so that's where.
Oh shit.
Yo, so I want to go back to the PlayStation 5 controller. It says it's adapting haptic feedback. What exactly is haptic feedback?
So vibrations, rumbles?
Yeah, because they have the rumble technology and stuff. No, but it says it's adopting haptic feedback to replace the rumble technology.
It's just a fancier version of rumble. It's nothing fancy. It's just like
like Nintendo's what's it called? HD
Rumble.
HD Rumble.
Pretty much. It's just a fancy way of saying rumble.
It's just an enhanced version where like there'll be more times in a game where it'll actually give you feedback.
Mm-hmm.
Like
More
say
like-
you're playing a shooting game, if you like slide down, it might shake the controller slightly at like the bottom of the controller, or if you're shooting, it'll shake the whole controller because of the gun as recoil. You know, stuff like that.
What I'm curious to find out is if they're going to keep that touchpad on there, because I think for the most part now at this point it's completely useless, right?
I mean, did anybody really use the touchpad?
No.
I mean, I know there was a couple like party games that required the touchpad and stuff.
But
like
that's
that.
just any launch title thing to showcase its thing. Connect had Connect Sports. We had Wii Sports.
Nintendo
the
Switch had that one
1-2
stupid game.
Switch.
Yeah, that
1-2.
one.
Which one?
1-2 Switch.
1-2 Switch was actually not a bad party game.
But it was
played
$60.
Yeah.
Unlike
should've-
Wii
it should've been
Sports that
included.
came with the console.
Should have been included with the console. Honestly.
Wii
So,
Sports was the GOAT, man.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if you see a bundle like that coming in the near future for the holiday.
The second innovation that they're calling adaptive triggering.
Where you can adjust the tension?
Yeah, where you can make it so then it makes it feel like you're like how they put it, the tactical sensation of drawing a bow and arrow or accelerating an off-road vehicle through rocky terrain.
See, the way they described it and the way it's put out, it made me a bit disappointed. Because the way they worded it was like adjustable triggers. So I thought what that meant was that you could adjust the triggers by
You thought
adjusting
like
the
a SCUF controller.
you could adjust the tension on them, you know?
Yeah.
And the way it's just, again, more fancy rumbling. And I'm just like, I don't care, really. Like, I'm sure in some games it'll feel nice, but not with all of them. I would have loved for the adjustable stuff because I live by customizing stuff. That'd be so fun to do. Just mess around with all the settings
I
you
mean,
can use.
Then it'd basically be a SCUF controller because of the adjustments.
No, SCUF controllers, you can adjust so much more than just the trigger
Ah.
playback.
Triggers.
No, yeah, I know
paddles.
that.
Spring
Like
tension.
what's it called? A vlogger that I watch, he recently got a custom SCUF controller, and he like removed the faceplate, removed the rumbles. Was it like it's so customizable?
I think I know who you're talking about too.
Are you talking about SCUF or are you talking about the Astro controller? Because the Astro controller has
it's
interchangeable
SCUF.
faceplates.
Because it's SCUF. The YouTuber I'm talking about is Pro Syndicate.
Yep, I knew it.
Yeah. That controller looks so good, like so good. He removed it, and then he removed the faceplate to like remove the. I'm pretty sure it was the faceplate to remove like the rumbles and all that.
Wait, Pro Syndicate?
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Isn't
he's
that the
partnered
gambling
with
guy?
SCUF. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's partnered with SCUF now.
Wow.
I mean, I watch his vlogging channel.
I mean, he's still a terrible person.
He is a god awful person.
Well,
I mean,
well, I'm
no
not. Well, to
offense
be fair,
the
I'm not
guy.
well
He
informed
could
to make
be
a
nice,
decision. To be
but,
fair, I'm not well
what he
informed to
did
make a
was scummy.
decision on this, right? But like, wasn't it T-Mart who did
Yeah,
the thingy?
Team Martin and Pro Syndicate. They
They were
ran
in and on it together.
the CS:GO gambling site for kids.
Yep. And they didn't disclose that information, that they were the owners of the sites they were gambling on, so they could have raised the rates through back
Look,
doors. I don't know
I-
if they ever proven, but
I know all that, right? I just don't know if both T-Mart and Pro Syndicate shared a rapid or an equal share of the thing.
yes, they did.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
But anyways, back to the
Ah.
topic.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, that's a topic for another time where my addictions are being exposed again. Can we go to the part where we're talking about crossplay for PS4?
Oh yeah.
well,
I'm excited
hey,
for that.
well, don't get crazy.
Let's not
all-
get crazy, guys.
All they said was they support the ability to do cross-platform now, where prior, where their stance was, we at this time did not feel like we wanted to do it. Now, will they go ahead and integrate it for every game?
Well,
They
they
possibly
said it's
can.
up to developers.
Mhm.
Yeah,
They just
but,
basically made it accessible for the developers to have that capability.
but what if it's like, okay, you guys can do crossplay now? and they'll be like, okay, let's do it, and they're like, ooh, but not for that title.
I
You
don't
know?
think they'll
No,
do that.
They
No.
won't.
They
They
will
started
get so
with
much
Call of Duty.
backlash.
Well,
Call of Duty. Well,
they
I
had
mean, come on, it's
originally
Call of
like
Duty.
Rocket League cross-platform, like for the
But
longest
yeah.
time.
but it's Rocket League.
No,
I
but
mean, they
What
did
do
they
you
also
mean
have
it was
Fortnite?
Rocket League? It was like one of their originals.
I know.
Yeah,
that's
it
why I said
started
it's Rocket
there.
League.
Mhm. And then
Why wouldn't it be
like
cross-platform?
like recently they had Rocket League cross-platform,
Fortnite.
PUBG, Dauntless, Paladins, Smite. Fortnite, I think, is doing beta right now, if I remember correctly, the crossplay
It-
beta.
Hasn't it been out for crossplay for a long time at this point?
For other
Oh, wait,
consoles.
No, it was there for Xbox and Switch, but it wasn't there for PS4 up until
And
recently.
mobile.
Never mind.
And mobile.
I'm reading it, and it says it cracked open the door with a crossplay beta for Fortnite a little over a year ago.
Well, there you go.
So it has it been officially rolled out though for
I don't know.
Fortnite?
Doubt it.
I don't keep up with adult Legos.
I mean, if
Adult
anyone
Legos? What?
anyone watching this plays Fortnite and knows, comment down below.
Legos are for adults. Excuse you.
Oh yeah, sorry. Adult Mega Blocks.
But yeah, and then they had the Call of Duty Modern Warfare as of recently.
Yeah, that's the most recent one. They are planning on expanding to other titles. I'm hoping they get to Borderlands real soon.
Mm-hmm. I hope
Because Borderlands wanted to do a cross-platform model at launch originally, but Sony said they weren't willing to cooperate at the time.
I hope it comes soon because I really want to grind it out with you guys and like play the story and stuff.
Should we move on to the next topic?
Yeah,
Should we?
sure thing. Do one of you want to roll out the next topic?
You're asking for a lot there.
Jason, I see you stepping up to the plate.
I'll step up. I'll be honest. I'm the most ill-informed on the whole situation. But basically, Blizzard suspended a professional Hearthstone player because of his statements on the pro-Hong Kong movement and stuff like that that's going on over there. Because, I believe his name is Blitzchung. He made some comments, about the protests that are going on in Hong Kong right now.
Mhm.
And Blizzard thought it was a great idea to punish the guy for it. And Blizzard did not expect the backlash that came of this. So apparently they're going on strike and stuff for him.
So let me fill in it a little bit more. So this happened during one of the invitationals for Hearthstone. Blitzchung, after a post-game interview, said put on his gas mask and said, "Liberate Hong Kong, revolution of our age" is the slogan for people in Hong Kong fighting for their rights. And that didn't sit well with Blizzard, considering that they have a lot of stake over in China with Tencent, who only owns 5%, that I've learned, of their stuff. So what they ended up doing was not only did they suspend him for this entire circuit and then the next season over, they ended up taking all his winnings that he had already won prior during that invitational and just taking it away from him.
Oh,
Jesus.
On top of that, the two casters that interviewed him both got fired. And then in a statement, in the American statement for Blizzard doing the thing, they said they support people's right for free speech. But in the China one, they said that they support, they don't want to defame anything that hurts the image of their country, aka China.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, so that's why people are having a big issue with it. The thing is that I'm assuming they expected the backlash. I didn't think they expected this much of a backlash. I feel like the culprit here is very clearly money. They're just too afraid of losing out on so much revenue due to so many Chinese investors who do have a problem with what Blitzchung said and his dedication for their rights to hold democracy over Hong Kong. But yeah, do you guys have any takes on it? Jesus, Jason, Frankie?
I'm just
It's
like
fucked.
the two broadcasters, like they're just doing their job. Like
No,
they're
apparently the
interviewing
two
him.
broadcasters encouraged him to say it.
Really?
Yeah, apparently, according to this article that we have, it says, "Say 8 words and we'll end the cast immediately." And then I guess he said the slogan.
Well, I mean, regardless, it's the thing. The even if they were he was goaded to saying it, it's still a severe offense to give to the casters in general. There was one caster who literally worked his way up from where he was to streaming. He mainly does Overwatch, right? And then on stream a few days ago, I think it was maybe yesterday, he ended up breaking down crying, and he's like, all of this stuff is invalidated just because of one thing that happened, and he ended up being part of it, like in the crossfire.
Yeah.
So not only did he get banned from doing Hearthstone streams, he got banned from Overwatch in general, and then streaming anything Blizzard related in general, or for casting.
And then since that was his main viewership, oof.
I mean, I'm sure people struggle to watch him. It's just
they're
that
still gonna
he's no
watch.
longer going to be backed by Blizzard themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It
I
wasn't
know that.
invited to official events and stuff.
But there's the percentage where it's they watch for the creator themselves, and then there's the percentage that watch it because they're playing a specific game.
But he's a
Yeah, I mean,
caster,
there's no
so
doubt.
they're definitely for him.
Yeah.
Also, one of the most prominent English casters, was it Brian Kibler? And if you don't know who that is, that he used to be a very big Magic the Gathering pro player. He used to win a bunch of pro tours and whatnot, and then he ended up doing casting for Hearthstone. Mainly, he's the main caster for Hearthstone in the English-speaking countries. The way he worded his response to all this situation was that while he doesn't agree with Blizzard's stance, he understands why they had to do it, but it's not something he himself could agree and smile on the camera with good faith and knowing that this happened. So he stepped down from his role as a caster for Hearthstone as well. So now they don't have him doing the casting for the finals of the Invitational, or for the So that's kind of I mean, that's good for him taking a stance, but I just see this unfolding worse and worse for Blizzard in general.
Yeah, if they don't get their act together, it could definitely damage them.
I mean,
in
they're
the
already
end-
damaged, my guy.
Yeah. In the end, it's publicity. It's probably gonna boost and hurt them at the same time.
Well,
But
right now they can't
right
do
now.
anything.
no, right now it's gonna hurt. And the thing is though, they're a business. If even if it's just 5%, that's China, which it's. I mean, China spends a lot of money on Blizzard games, a lot. And the fact that China's allowing them to even have their games over there and monetize on things, it's what drives their decisions to do something like this.
It's lucrative.
Of course. I mean, if there wasn't anything to be lost, I don't think Blizzard would have cared. They would have been like, oh yeah, it's freedom of speech, whatever. But because they're going to lose so much money from China, they were like, nah, fuck this.
And this
We're gonna
already
get rid
comes
of
in
these players.
Yeah. And this already comes in the heat of all the other backlash China's been receiving for the past few days on their stances and their on censorship. South Park got their entire series removed from China for their last episode.
I saw that episode on Hulu.
Banned from China. It's funny, play on word. And then NBA's one of the owners for one of the teams tweeted "Free Hong Kong," which then prompted China to not showcase any of the playoffs or the starting games.
Which was Tencent, the company that has the rights for the streaming of the NBA games.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And it's also Tencent who owns the 5% share in Blizzard.
Mm-hmm. But the weird thing is that Tencent owns 45% of Epic Games, and then I guess the CEO of Epic Games.
What he tweeted out or whatever?
He's the creator, he's the primary shareholder, and he's the CEO of Epic Games.
And he said he supports any freedom of speech, and he's not afraid of Tencent.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Which is, again, crazy. They're 45% of that share that, they'll lose if,
I think Epic Games right now is just
Epic Games
realizing
does
that its primary revenue forces not even Tencent, it's Fortnite.
Yeah.
It's just so big that I'm pretty sure they're confident knowing that they can take a hit like that. Though I don't think that they're expected to take a hit like that. And we also gotta just keep in mind, it's like when push comes to shove, will he uphold to his word?
Well, I mean, if Tencent backs out from Epic, they'll lose that Fortnite money as well. So you gotta think about that as well.
Well, funny enough, right? It's like, oh, what are you gonna say, Jason?
No, I'm like, so I was gonna ask if Tencent had a bigger stake in Blizzard, do you think the outcome would have been different?
No. It looks like Blizzard's just bending over for
For
China.
no reason.
Because it's such a low percentage.
But you gotta keep in mind that it's very popular in China, where the primary game for Battle Royale in China is probably PUBG.
Yeah.
So I guess they're not too afraid of that. You also got to keep in mind that Blizzard does so well in China. Like, you have theme parks surrounded just based on World of Warcraft, Overwatch, and all these other games and properties because they're so popular.
Mm-hmm.
And for them to showcase a person saying these things that harms their country's reputation, in their words, is unacceptable. And Blizzard's thinking that, oh, if we make these guys angry, all of that's going to be going away, and we lose out on all this revenue, and potentially expanding further into that, especially with stuff like Diablo Immortal, or whatever the goddamn mobile monstrosity is going to be called, where it's probably going to be populated too.
Have you guys seen any of the memes that have sprung because of this?
Of
Oh,
course.
for sure.
100%.
The best one is probably the Blizzard logo on the Chinese flag. And then them trying to make Mei from Overwatch a prominent figure in the protests, so they end up banning Overwatch in China.
Yeah, I saw that one as well. I've seen a couple of good ones. Definitely, for sure. But yeah, man, it's something that it's like hopefully they get on it and do something about it.
Well, the
Wait,
way that it
who
was
does something
worded,
about it?
the way it was
Yeah.
worded, right, was if they retract their statement, they end up losing billions of dollars from their investors. But if they continue with their statement, then they lose the well-being and the good graces from the community that's already tried to uphold, just completely gone to waste. So either way, it's a lose-lose situation for them. What do they say? Are they just going to end up being two-faced or fence-sitting? It's like, we support your right to do this, but we have official sanctions. That's not good enough when you have people over here like Tim Sweeney saying, we don't care what you say. You have a right to free speech. We are an American company, and those are our beliefs. Again. And then you have the employees, too. Like, they have their goddamn centerpiece right there that says uphold values and whatnot. And then the employees end up covering that with scotch tape and a piece of paper because it's not true, apparently. Obviously. And you got people angry both inside from Blizzard's workplace and outside. So this is just not a good look with whatever story they want to spin.
Didn't Blizzard employees stage a walkout earlier?
Yes, they did. I don't know if it was just Chinese employees, Chinese American, or if it was, a substantial amount. But I feel like if their staff starts doing more things like that, where they're walking out and stuff, Blizzard's gonna have to take a stance whether to either replace pretty much their entire staff or go back on this, reverse their decision.
It's just one of those things where they're fucked.
Doubted.
It's not like, okay, well, let me rephrase what I'm saying. They're not fucked in terms of the financial thing. They're just gonna be fucked for 2 weeks. Then the internet forgets.
Support, yeah. They're not gonna have support for the next 2 weeks.
The
Maybe
internet
more
always
depending
forgets.
on. Well, it depends on how many updates happen with this situation. If more people start leaving Blizzard, if other things go on that before were previously just brushed under the rug, so to speak,
The best
all
thing,
that stuff's gonna come out now.
Mhm. Blizzard's just doing the best thing it can right now, which is letting it die down and not saying a goddamn thing. Because I swear to God, as soon as one of them makes an official statement, it'll bring it all back up to light again, and then we'll have another round of people
bashing Blizzard.
Rightfully bashing Blizzard and their willingness to bend over for China's communist ideals.
So, Jesus, you shared this South Park tweet. So what's going on with that?
So, for context, right?
Yeah. Go on.
So for context, South Park aired their episode banned in China, and then it promptly did get banned in China. So, and then like they saw NBA deleting their tweet, and then the NBA apologizing for this. So this is their little parody / take on apologizing to China for their South Park episode. And then on the link you can watch the full episode for free. I'm pretty sure. On that tweet, so everyone could see the episode that was banned. But I think it's a funny little jab at how they're trying to censor everything, and then people who are getting censored try to apologize and be like, "Oh, never mind."
By the way, can't confirm. You can't watch the whole thing for free.
Cool.
Yeah, if you guys are interested in that tweet with the episode link, link would be down in the description below.
Final thoughts, guys.
This is honestly just a fuck fest.
Yeah.
It's a very complicated issue, and we're too stupid to speak smart about it.
Honestly, yeah. Because there's, the whole political side that we're not getting into. That, first of all, we're not qualified to talk about, and second of all, even if we were, I think that's too much. Because how long has the protest been going on?
For like half a year, maybe, probably even more.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it got violent recently, I think.
Yeah,
much more longer than you imagine. But yeah, it started getting notoriety recently.
Yeah. So I would like to bring up. Usually people would just see stuff of the protests on the news and stuff like that, but we actually have a cousin over there in Hong Kong, and she's posted stories of like her just getting like at the spa, and then you just hear like sirens blaring in the background, and her saying, "I'm like 1 block away from the like protests."
Hey man, she could give us exclusive footage. We put it on the burning ship.
Exclusive footage.
Yep, directly from the thing.
But yeah, man.
I for one welcome our communist overlords.
So wait, since we're doing this segment, does that mean we are now banned in China?
We were always banned in China. Did you not see our copyright strikes?
Oh yeah.
Anyways, but yeah, I think the main takeaway from this is that the reason a lot of people are upset with why he was given such a harsh penalty is that people are dying. People are getting massacred over there for their right to have stuff like free speech. And a company like that to take it away from someone who's trying to support and get the news out there is very disrespectful. And definitely does not uphold to the values that they should have as a country that has the luxury of free speech. So that's where my stance lies.
Hashtag liberate Hong Kong.
Hashtag liberate Hong Kong.
Yeah.
Now we're banned in China.
Now we are officially banned.
Oh yeah.
And then we're gonna make our fake apology letter.
Check it out
Dear,
on our Twitter.
Winnie the Pooh.
Okay, now we're banned in China.
Dear Pooh Bear.
Oh yeah. Okay. Anywho, onto the final topic, shall we? All right.
Top
rapid round.
Well, so recently Pokemon had a 24-hour stream.
Wait for it.
Showing.
What?
He didn't say.
Showing basically a wild cam of the Galar region.
I'll be honest with you. Very boring. Music was very cool. It's like lo-fi beats.
It was
you
so
listen to.
calming, man.
It was lo-fi, but they want to go with a rock theme
It wasn't rock.
for their Team Rocket, I guess, or whatever. Team
No. So the forest, it was just like very relaxing, very calming. Like I could sleep, I could do homework, I could poop listening to this.
Yeah,
Be
like
very relaxed.
I was tempted to have it playing in the background while sleeping, because it was so relaxing.
But throughout it, as Frankie was mentioning, you got to see glimpses and pieces of Pokemon and or hidden Pokemon that you have not yet seen. So from there you'd see like Pikachu, some of the newer Pokemon like that Imp, I forget what it's called.
Well, the Imp is in the new Pokemon.
He's a new Pokemon because he's in the new generation. Some undiscovered Pokemon though might be like the Ponyta that you saw bits and pieces throughout the stream.
You know, a little bit behind the scenes, I had to force Frankie to find me actual proof that it was Ponyta, because I was like, what if it's just another Pokemon? Like, it's separate from Ponyta.
Well, I mean,
This man
officially
is-
it's announced that it's Ponyta. Prior,
Officially now.
everyone was
just
saying that
assuming.
it's like it could be because it looks like Ponyta.
But this man told me yesterday, well, not yesterday, the day before yesterday, that Pokemon had announced it. And I was like, all right, show me. And he couldn't find it. And I was like, see? Shaking my head.
No, just wow.
Just-
Had to call me
I'm
out.
upset. Yeah, I did. But I'm upset that this is a Shield exclusive.
Yeah.
What
Well,
you have Surfetched, my guy.
Wait, is
I'm so sorry.
Surfetched
I got
on?
Duck God.
Surfetch is a Sword exclusive, yes.
Oh.
And everyone was wondering what the Shield exclusive would be. Everyone was hoping, or not everyone, my bad. I was hoping for a Dunsparce evolution / Galarian form for
Yo,
Shield.
Ivan,
But-
I'm gonna need you to trade with me for that Ponyta.
I have Jason.
You're fucked. I get the Ponyta, motherfucker.
You could get multiple Ponytas.
No, he has Sword.
Yeah, I have Sword.
Yeah, so does Jason. He
Shield-
can't get a Ponyta.
No, oh wait, never mind.
Ah,
Are you okay?
No, I'm not.
So
Never.
I'm pretty sure the GTS is still gonna be around. You can get a Ponyta like that. Just trade a Surfetched.
I swear, I thought I said Ivan. I'm gonna need you to trade.
Yeah, you did say Ivan.
Yeah, you're
But I'm
getting.
giving it to Jason.
You could get multiple Ponytas.
This is correct, but I'm gonna give them to Jason.
I don't see the reason why you can't just share one.
I'll share one that he trades me, but it's gonna come at a pretty cost.
He'll do it for money.
Money.
Exactly.
You know what? I'm really excited to see the shiny form for it.
Yeah, it really looks cool.
Imagine it was just inverse colors. I think that would look better actually.
Surfetched. Please.
What if it's like a evil, like dark color, like a black mane instead of like the rainbow, stuff like that?
Mm-hmm.
I think that would look pretty cool for it to be
Not a rainbow.
shiny.
Well, no, it would look weird.
No,
No, it
it's-
already has a cotton candy one. It's
exactly.
not
That's what I
rainbow.
meant. Like, it already has that. So imagine it having like a dark black mane, like
A monochrome one instead of it's just black and white instead of pink and blue.
I don't
Yeah.
know how I feel about that.
basically the opposite. Like this
Nah.
one's like
I want to see crazy colors on it,
you know,
like
Tangerine.
it
No.
basically makes it look like a regular Ponyta.
I think if it was inverse, it'd be cool. Like the blue and the pink were switched.
yeah.
And then instead of a white-ish, it could be like a very soft pink or something like that. I don't know. It's spitballing.
So there was also a glimpse of another Pokemon that looked like a some sort of, I would say, goat or ram. When Impidimp passed by, it was in the background, but Impidimp covered up the camera, So it's like that one's still a mystery.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's like a month to release, and we haven't seen the evolution
Which is surprising to me.
or any info about the legendaries. So I'm just wondering
you think
what the
there's
hell's
gonna be a
going
new
on.
evolution?
What? Oh, the starters?
No,
Oh,
evolution.
I thought you said evolution. That's my bad.
No, I'm talking about starters, my guy. Evolution? Maybe. I doubt it. They probably would have announced that longer ago.
To get more hype.
Or maybe they'll announce it earlier to the release date to get more hype. One of the two. I'm just hoping for a
They're trying
ghost.
to make Eevee their new staple Pokemon, right?
Yeah, basically Pikachu's partner of sorts.
I wouldn't say that. I just think they did it for that one game. But everyone likes Eevee, so why wouldn't it be in the rest?
Exactly.
Yeah, but it's not like they're trying to market it as like, this is the new Pikachu. Because that's not true.
I mean, if they did introduce a new Eevee, what type would they introduce in this region?
Dragon
Ghost.
type?
I want a ghost.
Ghost, I could see.
I don't know. I'd like dragon type. That'd be nice.
I would
Good.
like a dragon type, but I would see them having a ghost type.
Really, I'm seeing cause it's like England area.
It's
UK.
England. It's not medieval.
Exactly, but you have like the castles and stuff like that. So I don't know. Me, I would personally just put dragon castles.
My honest opinion on that is I don't think they will have a new one.
Time will tell.
On to the next quick round. Rick and Morty season 4. So Rick and Morty season 4 got its newest trailer. They showed off a couple of new characters that also die in the trailer.
Just died instantly.
Spoilers.
It's a trailer, my dude.
Come on,
You can watch it.
Spoilers.
Stop
Come on.
spoiling it.
People don't watch trailers for a reason, my guy.
It was in the manga.
Oh, you're right. But yeah, what are you guys' thoughts on it?
I didn't see the trailer.
Wow.
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 But I think it's a pretty good out of 10.
This fucker.
Again, I think your number systems are stuck.
I mean, I'll be honest. I didn't finish season 3. If there's anything about this show that I like, is that right now I don't really have to follow the continuity to know that I would enjoy this season.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like it's crazy.
Well, with season 3, things did kind of get crazy.
I don't know. Mr. Poopy Butthole's here.
Yeah, he's
Magic's
a teacher.
introduced. There's a dragon at some point, apparently.
Yeah, he was like, "Oh,
I'm excited.
why'd you let Morty get a dragon?" Mr. Meeseeks is gonna be back, rampaging around town. It looks like Morty's probably gonna be like more involved with the whole science and stuff like that. Because there's also a scene where like he's in like full gear and then like he captures someone.
Man, I
Nah,
can't
I doubt
ask
it.
because that'll spoil. It definitely looks like Rick's gonna go through a lot of Mortys in this season.
A lot of them. He's like, well, might as well kill him.
I don't think he'll have a choice.
I mean, I don't think he's gonna go through a lot of Mortys because he kind of likes this Morty.
I mean, didn't you see like one of the Mortys looked like they were poisoned, another one looked like they had been burned all over their body, another one looked literally transformed into like a gargoyle demon thing.
Don't worry, they have a cure for that.
Yeah,
Mhm.
like he follows them down because of that. Like I'm pretty sure like he's gonna revert somehow.
But yeah, it comes out November 10th.
We're getting
It's not too
5
far.
episodes though.
Wait, 5
Wait,
episodes?
what?
Yeah.
For the whole season?
No.
Oh.
Oh,
Day 1.
No.
Day
oh,
1, 5 episodes?
5 all new episodes starts Sunday, November 10th.
Yeah. So if you listen to the trailer, it says half the season you deserve, and all the season that they can handle.
Hmm.
Oh, so are they gonna do like the 5 episodes, then like do like a mid break?
Most likely. Probably a
See.
break in between Christmas, New Year's, and then come back after the New Year.
I'm just For anything that would bring me my Szechuan sauce back from McDonald's.
Honestly, I feel like the fans got a little bit out of hand.
A
I don't give a
little
shit about the
bit?
fans. A little bit.
A lot of bit.
I don't care about the fans. I just want the sauce.
Did you?
I don't even
did you
need
like
to interact. I think it was okay. I think at sometimes like if you have it in excess, it's too sweet. But overall, it's a fine.
To me, it just,
It's just-
tasted like teriyaki sauce.
Teriyaki sauce. Exactly.
But like
Yeah.
bad teriyaki sauce.
So Zaxby's, right? It has the teriyaki flavor.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that,
Exactly.
like
That's
about
what
to
we're
the
saying.
T. It's not bad to me. First of all, let me not put words in Jesus' mouth. But yeah, if you have more than one packet now.
All right. Anything else you guys would like to mention? Any comments and stuff like that?
I'm good.
Rick and Morty
We're
season
sorry.
4.
We need the poo. That's about it.
Season 4 starting November 10th on Adult Swim.
This episode is sponsored by Adult Swim.
No, it's not.
Who
In China.
supports freedom of speech?
Anywho, yeah, it's cool that Adult Swim is located here. Just take a little trip down there. Just visit.
Cool. Ivan, today I'm hungry for some burritos.
Okay.
Should go
What?
get some.
What does
Can
that
you
have
take
to
us
do with
out?
the podcast? Oh,
Take us out.
Yeah, take us out for some burritos.
No, I'm too poor.
Oh.
But hey, thank you guys for listening and or watching to the Burning Ship podcast. If you like what you heard, or if you didn't like what you heard, feel free to subscribe and hit that notification bell to be updated on our future videos and when we release them. I believe the next video we might be another episode of the podcast or a Joker review, depending on how things go. So feel free to stay tuned in for that. And we didn't mention it in our mid-roll, but if you don't have time to listen to us on, or watch us on YouTube rather, you can always listen to us on Spotify, iTunes, Podbean, and Google Podcast for your convenience. So if you're just trekking around or protesting in Hong Kong, just turn on the Burning Ship, listen to us, and have a good time.
Block out the sirens, bro.
Pretty much.
Block out the sirens.
But yeah, that wraps it around for all of us, and hope you guys have a good one.
Bye.
Later.
Bye.